Hey there YouTubers, how you guys doing? Well, today I got a review for you, and that is on the SmokTech Telescope. I've had this for about a month now. I didn't do any preview on it or nothing like that because I figured it was somewhat of an older device, so I'd just have it for a while and then put a review on it. And I had this given to me by a friend. It was broke when I got it. He's like, if you fix it, it works really good. What was broke was the switch. If you loosen it to lock it, the switch would just fall off, and that was it. All it took was a E-clip, fixed it, got it to where it works fine. And what time I've had it, when I got it, it was in pretty rough shape. It needed all cleaned up. I cleaned all the contacts, cleaned everything, and I've really enjoyed this. I mean, I have this thing working like it was brand new. Gonna give you guys a vape, tear it apart, take it all apart and show you how to maintain these, how to clean them, and if you lose an E-clip, where to get an E-clip that'll work for it, that will actually work. I'm gonna use this just like I do my Camry, even though it does have a somewhat lighter button. Actually, I'm gonna use it like this. Gonna take a vape. Works really good. As you can see, really good vapor production. Now I'll take it all apart like I do with my Camry K100. Take the switch off. Battery out. Top, just almost like Camry K100. Not a whole lot of room there for the iClear 16, but it will go on it. Basically, anything that has real small skirt and actually has the 510 threads, unlike the T3 won't even go anywhere near this. So I would check to see if your tank will work with it. Pretty standard center pin. It's been cleaned a couple of times. Works pretty well. Looks like it maybe need to be cleaned again soon. Center tube, basic center tube. A little bit rounded on top, a little bit sharper on the bottom, so you can tell it apart. Put it on there, really smooth. No squeaking, nothing like that. I'm gonna just quickly put the button on it to show you profiles. 18650 will be like that. As you can see, barely see, a little bit of threads do stick out. Actually, it's a little bit it's right there where it's in 18650 mode. 18500 is right there. And then 18350, 18500, 18490, sorry. Then 18350 is really short. The holes in the top piece are actually covered when it's in 18350 mode. And in 18350 mode, you can actually crank it all the way down. Any other modes, if you crank it until it stops, you will be firing. 18350 mode, there is a lot of throw in the button. Way too much throw in my books, but still quite a bit of throw. Very easy button to push on, not hard at all. And simple. Now with everything that I've had, when I got this, I'm actually going to open it back up, take the button out. Because when I got this, it was straight from SmokTech. The spring was permanently secured with some sort of hot glue or something like that. But if you look, there's a little clip on top of the, no, let's see. Yeah, you can see that little E-clip right there. That little clip was missing when I got it, and I was like, you know what, I had a couple around. It's a little bit small, but it does work. I've had no issues with it on there. And if I do break it, I'll just grab another one. I got quite a few of them. But I've had no issues with the way that's been working. This spring here, just like any other spring, a little bit of plastic on top to keep it from grounding out until it's pressed down. Put it on, tighten it up. Locking ring is basically the same threading as the whole entire device. And there's a lot of look how big that gap is. That's how much there is. But it does lock pretty good. And, there is a lot of throw in this button. I mean, right, just that little bit will lock it to where it won't fire. And all the way out, it just doesn't move. Now, when it is down on a table, I recommend locking it every time, because if you don't, the spring is kind of light and may end up firing your device when you have it on it. Now, when I had the button tore completely apart, I did readjust it where it can take a little bit of weight and not fire. I mean, with the 18350, it's not going to fire at all. Not with the weight I put on it. But like with the 18650, it may end up firing on you or something like that, or a couple things like that. But right now, 18350 mode, pretty easy little device to work with. I'm really enjoying it. It's not a fully mechanical. It does have a wire in the top. If you do look at Phil Pissardo's review on it and everything, now that he's doing more mech mods, he is showing the charts on how they perform. And so far, one of these, fully stock, no modifying or nothing like that, actually performs really well compared to some of the higher end mods. So it's making me think, well, how is this outperforming when it's got wire? Well, I still want to figure out if I can get rid of that wire altogether and make it perform even better, or if it's going to perform worse. Don't know yet. I don't want to mess with it. It works really great the way it is, but I may end up experimenting, because I do have 2 more mech mods that I'm going to be getting. That being said, it's a really good device. I would recommend it. And if you can't get it new, find a used one. Even a broken one that's messed up some way or another. They work really well. And if you can get a used one for like $20, $15, whatever, it's well worth the price. It's got, like any device you have, it takes a little bit of maintenance to get it cleaned up and working good. This one here, even when I got the button switch fixed, it wasn't firing really well. It took a lot of cleaning and a lot of maintenance to get this thing from where it was to where it is now. But it works really well, as you can see. And I'm gonna go sideways. That's basically how it works. Blowing into the camera, even though the camera is arm lengths away from me, doesn't really explain how well it's going to work. Doing the side, I may end up start doing that for when I do my reviews on these things. That being said, thanks for watching. Vape on, and see you next time.